This is the Fellowship of the North, an actual play of the One Ring from Stories with Dice. If you're enjoying our actual plays, please subscribe to Stories with Dice so you'll never miss an episode. Don't forget to rate and review us. It really helps others discover the podcast. Follow us on social media to stay updated. You'll find the relevant links in the description of each episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Stories with Dice. We're playing The One Ring from Free League, and this is Episode 6, The Flooded Chamber. But before we begin, I want to address a few things. First, I've given the interrogation scene some thought and come to this conclusion. Punching a prisoner to get them to talk should be considered cruelty and domination. Using the methods of the shadow risk corrupting the character's spirit, so I should have ruled it as a misdeed. After discussing this with the players, I have retroactively given Baranwin 2 shadow points for that action. This is not to dissuade her or anyone else from exploring actions that might lead them down the path of shadow corruption, if that is something they want to explore. I also want to clarify first aid. When Ed asked me if first aid reduced the severity of a wound, I said no, and that was a mistake. First aid does reduce the number of days it takes for the wound to mend, so his wound will now heal in 1 day instead of 2. And finally, in the previous session, I mistakenly called the sarcophagi sepulchres, a late-night slip born of a sleepy brain. For clarity, sarcophagi are stone coffins, sepulchres are burial vaults. Our previous session ended with the Fellowship in a flooded burial chamber. Stone sarcophagi stood in the murky water, their carved lids just breaking the surface. Some remained whole, while others were cracked or missing. Across the hall, a figure darted into a shadowed passage. Idanian and Baranwin leapt onto 2 of the stone coffins, while Halberin waded into the water. 3 undead soldiers rose to attack him. Assel remained on the stairs leading to the submerged part of the chamber. Our tale resumes as a distant crash of falling stone echoes from a dark corridor, and the floodwater begins to rise, steadily filling the chamber. Halberin stands waist deep in the water, surrounded as 3 undead soldiers advance toward him. But the danger is far from spent. The water heaves once more, and 5 additional corpses push their way up from the black depths, glistening as they wade toward you with grim purpose. So you will collectively need 6 successes to cross the chamber. It's a laborious task, leaping from stone coffin to stone coffin or forcing your way through the rising waters. Each of you will roll athletics, whether for jumping and keeping your footing on the wet stone or for wading through the water to stay ahead of the undead creatures. If you get collectively 6 successes, you've reached the other side unscathed. If you fail to get 6 successes collectively, you still make it across, but the undead will have had a chance to swipe at you with their claws, and you may be damaged. They may also seize you and try to drown you, but we'll get to that if and when that happens to Ed.
What? Yeah, that's a fair point.
And you can also always accept to change your failure to a success with woe, and we'll get into that too as we move through. So,
woe is me.
Off of the recording, Ed was mentioning he wanted to roll a lore to see if he knew anything about these undead creatures.
Yeah, let me make a lore roll now then, get that out of the way. Let's see how this goes for me today. It's a failure? Or is it a success? No, it's a failure.
That's a failure, yeah. So
Yep.
you don't know anything about these undead watery soldiers. If anyone else wants to make a lore roll before we move on to your athletics test, we can do that.
I forgot, if I use my distinctive feature, I need to use hope, right? If I want to use it. I keep on forgetting this, sorry. Okay, so I will just do a straight roll.
We're off to a fantastic start.
Yeah.
Tony rolled a lot of dice and got a failure. All right. Ed, let's start with Halberin. Can you roll athletics, please? Remember, you can spend hope. You can invoke a distinctive feature to become inspired, which gives you two dice in your hope bonus instead of one.
Which I think I'm going to do that. One of my distinctive features is bold. So I am just going to having seen where they've just risen from, my plan is, I could try and jump up on the sarcophagus and stuff. I think that's going to be too tricky for me. I've already got myself into the water. So I'm going to try, when you kind of wade as fast as you can, straight across, trying to avoid the other undead or dead soldiers.
I can try and help you up.
No, I think I'm just going to really sort of steam across. I kind of get the sense that if I get up, I'm going to probably fall over. And so I'm just going to rush forward. I'm going to use bold, and I'm going to spend a point of hope because that seems to be what I do all the time.
Okay.
And it's athletics. So let's make an athletics roll. I am going to use one hope, and I click on inspired. I think that's correct.
Yep, that's correct.
And I'm going to make a roll. Let's see how this goes. Fingers crossed I break this curse of mine.
Let's go, Ed.
Oh, yes, a great success.
Great success. So that actually gives you 2 successes toward the 6 that you need.
Whew. Thank goodness.
And once we've done these rolls, then you can all sort of narrate moving across to the other side. Baranwin.
All right. I think I, too, might use a distinctive feature. Because I'm tall, I'm able to jump longer distances, theoretically. Yeah? You going to accept that?
I'm going to accept that, yes.
All right, so I am going to... it's conversation, right?
Yep.
I offer something up, and you are the arbiter if you want to go with it or not. Skill roll.
A great success.
How'd I manage that?
2 more successes towards your 6.
Sweet deal.
Idanian.
So I think I'm going to spend hope and use my distinct feature Keenite because, I'm jumping between sarcophagi and, I need to be checking where I land in. So
yes, these are great creative uses of your distinctive features. I like it.
Yeah, so I will use my, so I need to click on hope and then I'm inspire because I'm using my distinctive feature. Is that right?
Correct.
Anything else I need to do? It's no. Okay, perfect. So I'm rolling for that. There you go, please.
Oh, he rolled an eye.
God.
Oh.
This is just so annoying.
The eye awareness is now 10. He's rolled an eye. He has failed.
Just one question. Yes. What happens when are we gonna get Sauron coming here? When it gets to a certain threshold, what happens?
Not the actual Dark Lord. No. Now let me ask you, Tony. Do you want to have a success with woe?
Whoa. Yes. Let's woe it.
Okay. So let me see.
Marco, just asking, because it's a group task roll, does that mean we all get the woe, or does only Tony get the woe?
Only Tony gets the woe.
It's fine. I can take it.
So you can accept this or not, but if you want to have just a regular success, which would put you at 5 successes as a group,
I'll do it.
You will drop your long sword in the water.
That's fine.
So you've lost your long sword. I've marked it as dropped on your character sheet.
Ed has the second one he can lend you.
Asshole.
All right, we need to pump up. Asshole.
Yeah.
Your rolls are going to be great this time.
This is going to be tough, Asshole. You're weary. We need one more success from you.
Our fate hinges on you. No pressure. If you're going to be successful in a roll at any time, this is it.
Right.
So are you spending hope?
Yep, spending hope. Then I've clicked inspired because I'm using my swiftness, digging deep.
There
That's
we go.
better. That's not better.
Everyone is laughing because he also rolled an eye.
It's like we're splashing in the water to try and attract the Dark Lord's attention.
I think it was right in thinking, Marco, that the majority of the eye awareness has come from Pete, correct?
I think it's come from you and Pete.
Me and Pete?
if I'm remembering
Rangers.
correctly. Yeah.
Okay.
So now, Pete, do you want to turn that failure into a success with woe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Survival depends on it, I think.
Yeah. I'm going to say... So next you guys are just going to sort of give us a narration of the difficult crossing to the other side of the chamber. For Assel, you're going to lose your leather shirt. So one of those creatures tries to grab, at some point, maybe you lose your footing or something. One of those creatures sort of grabs a hold of you, but you wrench yourself free and it just rips your leather shirt. And the undead soldier is left holding a torn half of your leather shirt. So you have no armor.
Yep.
Pete, maybe as you were kind of crossing with me, they went to go grab you, and then I pulled you up as you were kind of getting out, and that's where you kind of like got torn and ripped, and we kind of had a bit of a tug of war, maybe on the other side, just as we kind of got out. That might make sense.
I like that.
So as I'm on the first sarcophagi, I get an eye on the next one that I want to jump to. So I start running, and I use the steel cap with the spike on the end of my axe to dig into the edge and kind of like pole vault across the water. Almost slipping in the water, but due to my tall stature, I was able to get footing on the edge and continue my run across the second one onto the final platform that we're heading for.
As an elf, I probably did the crossing like very gracefully, but somehow I've probably forgot to tighten my my longsword. Perhaps I was thinking about something else, and I jump on top of this guy and I hit it with my longsword when I passing by, and just grab it and pull it down. But I managed to continue the jump gracefully and land it on the other side, and then jump it again to the next to these guys, and that's it. But the guy's like, ah!
Yeah. So the undead soldier is like holding out, and it's in the sheath too. He doesn't even he doesn't take it out, and he's just like starts hacking the air with this sheath longsword.
Yes. I was going to say, somewhere, somehow, in another world, that took like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and one of you, I think, died.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream, that's right. So for the folks at home, we actually ran this session last week, but we had connectivity issues where Ed's audio was missing for like 60% of the episode. So we've run through it again, and this time it happened. It went through beautifully, more or less. So you're on the other side of the chamber where the figure had darted into that passage, and you see that passage is actually a staircase that climbs up. And so you climb up the winding stone staircase, and you emerge onto the surface again. Into a vast expanse of dense ruins. There's a sea of thick rolling mist all around you. The air is cold. Above you, the moon hangs as a ghostly crescent, its pale light a sliver in the fog. The castle that once commanded this height lies cast down, razed to the ground by the wrath of the Witch King. Now only the scattered bones of its once majestic hall remain, along with a solitary tower rising defiantly from the ruin. At its broken peak, a cold blue light burns, crowning the tower like a star. A flight of wide, cracked steps leads up to the ruins of the hall. Its walls are scrawled with crude orcish graffiti, and over it all runs a thread of elvish script.
Hi, Daniel, can you read this?
Let me try. So I will use, I guess, lore.
Well, it's in Elvish, so you speak Elvish, so you don't have a problem knowing what this says. It's written in the Black Speech. So the Black Speech of Mordor doesn't really have its own language, so it uses the Elvish scripts.
I'll definitely have a look at it.
As you read it, you will have to make a wisdom test to avoid getting 2 shadow points. But this is what it says. By your blood and by your crown, bound in shadow no man may reave. Let sorrow cling and circle round and feed the hunger of her grief.
Her grief, who is... Oh, wow, nice. An eye. Perfect.
Perfect. The eye awareness is now 12. So give yourself 2 shadow points.
And I'm miserable.
Okay, so that means when you roll an eye, you automatically fail your roll, no matter what the result of the die roll is.
So do you read that out to us?
Yes. I read it loud. I mean, I'm just starting reading and I tell you, well, this is the tongue of Mordor. And I read it aloud at the same time for everyone. And you see that my face changes like something. I don't feel well by reading this ugly tongue because it's still Elvish, but disgusting somehow. The way it's set up and the way the grammar is or the orthography, something bothers me, and you see it in my face, how it changes.
Something darkens your mood. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I feel a dark presence in here.
Oh, maybe we should try and make quick work of this place and get out of here.
Indeed, we should.
Marco, I have a look at the place as I'm kind of like stepping forward.
Okay.
Do I remember any record of this or anything like that I might have learnt about it? Or does this ring any bells as to what this place is or anything like that?
Give me a lore roll.
I'm just going to do a straight roll. I'm not going to use anything else.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
obviously
you,
asleep.
You were asleep during that class. Yeah, you you don't recall any ancient stories about this place and the battle that took place here.
Does it have like a kind of like unique look? Is it sort of like, is it Numenorian? Is it, is it Dwarvish? Is it?
No, it's from Arnor. So it's from the old kingdom of Arnor. So yeah, Numenorian. So Arnor broke up into 3 smaller kingdoms, Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar. And then those eventually all fell to Angmar, to the Witch King. So at some point in that sort of long history of the collapse of the North Kingdom, there was this fortification here on the hill, and then that town grew around it. That when you were in those ruins earlier, but you don't really remember hearing any stories or tales about it now. Anyone else?
I think I'll just poke around a little bit and see if there's anything of interest or notes.
Okay. While you just like in the ruins, or are you sort of studying the writing on the wall, or what is it exactly that you're doing?
Care about the writing on the wall, just like studying the ruins, seeing if there's anything hidden underneath or any signs of people, persons, or things.
Okay, so if you're looking for something in particular, you can give me a scan roll. If you're looking for enemies or any other individuals around, you can make an awareness roll, so you can decide.
We saw somebody going up or something like this, and there were 2 people also in the camp that we didn't find yet, right?
There were 2 people that went in, weren't there? So we know
Yes.
the 2 people went in. The other person ran up the stairs. So it should be 3 people kicking around
Exactly.
somewhere.
So it would be important. So I probably mention it to you if you're looking like, do you see any tracks?
Yeah, I'll do
Yeah,
awareness to see if I can find any evidence on them. And that's a no.
Yeah, you don't find anything here, no, within these ruins, this ruined hall, that would lead you to find anyone of interest. It's just broken stone, vegetation, old bones.
I see nothing here.
And then suddenly you hear a sharp, terrified cry cutting through the misty air. And you whirl around toward the sound. It's on the other side of this wall. You can kind of just see it through a break in the wall. It's about 30 feet away, close to the tower. You see that figure that went up the stairs, Southron, standing in the fog, face to face with the ghost of the lady that you had seen wandering that night in the ruins. And her flesh is almost like a veil of smoke, and her eyes are glowing like the embers of a campfire. And thin strands of white hair slip from beneath her hood and drifts on the chill wind. And in her hands, she's holding a long, pitted sword. "Sabian," she hisses, "why have you come?" And the Southron falters. His eyes are darting over the ruins, and you can tell that he's terrified. I bring an elf for the Dark Whisperer," he stammers. I am no servant of Morlos, she says, and neither are you. What game are you playing? Remember his promise to us both, Sabian says. There's still time for you to claim the elf. The one who escaped. I have trapped him below in the flooded chamber. She lets out a terrible keening wail. Sabian, you fool! Have you forgotten what I told you? There is nothing here but death. And she plunges her sword into his chest, and he crumples to the ground. Then she turns her hollow gaze toward the tower. My lord, soon our long torment will come to an end. And then she moves toward a set of stairs and moves out of sight, going down.
Wow, okay.
All saw this?
Yes.
Idanian, could that be the victim of that awful curse?
I don't know. We have to see. I will probably move to the other side carefully to see what happened with this,
Yeah, he has a wound in his chest from a sword. And he's right through his heart. I mean, he died fairly quickly.
Can I check if this is like a regular sword or if this is something different? Because, I know of the, let's say, probably I know that if this sword was from the unseen or from the dark arts.
Yes, it's not like a mortal blade or anything like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the question. Thank you so much.
Yep. Yeah, I'll kind of like make my way down the rubble, keeping an eye out for the other two that might be around. I've sheathed my sword, but I've got my bow out, just in case I see anyone else.
Okay, you want to make an awareness check?
Sure. Ooh, an automatic success.
Beyond the ruins of this hall rises the tower, and the Sabian and the ghost of the lady were close to the base of the tower, but you just have to walk, a little bit of a short distance to get to the base of the tower. And you spotted 2 dead bodies by the broken door to the tower. And where everything else has been razed to the ground, this tower appears forged of perhaps tougher stone. You see its highest floor is damaged, and jagged stone and splinted timber claw at the clouds, forming sort of like a ruinous hand. And at the base of the tower, there's a mound of rubble and those 2 dead bodies. The door has been ripped from its hinges, and stones and broken beams lay tangled among the weeds where these 2 dead bodies are. And you also see a battered chest, like it might have fallen out of the tower. And its iron bindings are twisted and scarred, and the wood is cracked and splintered where it tumbled from a great height. And in the gloom, dozens of tiny points of light are winking and shimmering among the broken stone and splintered timber, like fallen stars among the rubble.
I whistle low towards Assel, who's near me, kind of catch his eye and kind of point in that direction. So, like, say, 2 bodies on the floor, cover me.
Yep.
And I'll kind of make my way towards the base of the tower, and I will switch from my bow to my sword as I make my way towards the base of the tower.
I will follow him. This, just to be clear, because I remember that we were on this mountainous thing, and so we went down and then we came up. So do we see all this area that we were before, this forest, or we are more within the mountainy
You're
range?
above that area, so you can see
Exactly.
below this cliff face, that whole area. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, so Halbrand, Assel is covering you. You've gone to the base of the tower where the bodies are, and the broken chest and the broken door. What are you doing? So the bodies are those 2 Southrons. They also have wounds in their chests. So
I just want to make sure they're not going to suddenly get up and and do anything. So I'm a little bit kind of like, sort of a little bit wary as to whether or not I'm, they're going to actually come alive again. But yeah, I'll kind of...
Halbrand pointing them with the sword. Poke, poke, poke.
Yeah, it pretty much it's kind of what's happening. I'm going to get in closer, and then I'll kind of like kick their boot and prepared to like stab them in the face if that's the case.
And now that you're here, close to these bodies, you can see that those tiny points of light that was sort of twinkling it's gold.
Oh, wow, okay. I look around and kind of like throw a glance towards, I guess, Baranwin and say, gold.
It's tempting, but we should probably keep our loads light for heading into the tower. Maybe when we're done here, we can come back and take a closer look. And with that, I'm going to move towards the chest and break the lock.
Loot it all.
Open.
Oh, it's already been broken.
Oh, so it opens with no issues?
The chest is broken, had broken in the fall, so and all the gold spilled out and everything else.
So that what was in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There may have been other things in there. I don't know.
For anything useful.
All right. I will check for anything useful.
Would you like to make a scan roll for me, please?
Yeah, but it probably won't end well. I don't think my scan's that great. I got 1.
Would you like to spend hope?
Not really.
Okay.
Do I want to spend hope on this? What is my justification for spending hope on this? Do I believe that there would be something here that can help us?
Hopefully there's something in
Well, like, Brennan's not a very sorceress character. Like, she doesn't really meddle in that kind of stuff. She kind of shies away from it. Like, herbal healing, like nature healing and magic and that kind of stuff, sure, but not this. So I'm not spending a point of hope.
Actually, you know what? Don't roll scan. Just roll 1 feat die.
All right, let's see how I do this. Manual die roll. Okay, normal number of die, none. I'm hoping that this does feat roll, not favored or anything, right? Okay, let's see if this works.
You don't find anything. So essentially, these are at this point you're rolling the feat die. You're looking for an enchanted item. So if you roll a Gandalf, you found one. If you roll an eye, you found one that was cursed.
Just trying to see, what is this tower? I'm kind of interested in lore, in ancient artifact or ancient knowledge. So my character, I don't care about what they called or anything. I care about what is this tower about, what contained in the past, why it's important, why could be important, or why the Dark Lord or the agents of the Dark Lord were around. This is what interests Aidenia.
Yeah, so you know that this tower, it was part of the castle, part of the fortifications. It was built by the men of Arnor, so the descendants of Numenor, and it fell when the Witch King of Angmar attacked.
Side question, is Idanian interested in replacing his sword that he dropped?
If you're thinking of these 2 guys that are there, that will not take their sword.
Assel, is there anything you want to do while you're here at the base of the tower?
No, I'm still got my bow drawn and keeping an overwatch on everybody.
Okay. And Halburn?
Yeah, I guess I'll, if Baranwin's kind of looked in and not seen anything, I'll just make sure I kick open whatever's left of the chest. Just on the off chance there is something else that's kicking in there. But other than that, no.
Want to roll a feat die for me?
I can roll a feat die for you.
Come on, Gandalf.
See what happens.
So you kick it, and the only thing that you hear is like this, the sound of like a flask or something, sort of tumbling down by your feet, and it's it's a silver flask.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
It has some liquid in it.
Okay.
And there's on Idanian, you notice that the flask is of Elvish make. There is a mark on it that says that it is from Rivendell.
What is this? Anything else? Can I gather what is this?
Yeah,
what it was used for?
You take the top off. You give it you inspect it. This is Miravor. It's the cordial of Imladris. So those who partake in it will recover all lost endurance. It will also cancel accumulated fatigue, and it will reduce the number of days required for a wound to heal by 1.
We'll give it to Asal and I will tell him, look, take this. We are lucky to have found this liquid. It's a well-known curative from Rivendell. Enjoy it. It will make you feel better.
Well, if you're sure.
Why, sure.
Right, I'll neck it.
And so there's only enough left in the flask for 2 people to drink from it. So, Assel, your wound has... I think your wound heals in 2 days, right?
Yep.
Now it heals in 1 day. You remove all your accumulated fatigue, recover all your lost endurance, and you are no longer weary.
And then if there is extra, we'll probably give it to Alboran.
Yep.
After.
Yeah, there's enough for 1 more person. So, Halbrand, if you partake...
I do not. I'm going to put the flask in my pocket because I don't need it right now.
You're wounded.
I am wounded.
If you get wounded again, you will die.
Yeah, but I'm still going to be wounded even if I take it because it's only 1 day, so it's not going to make any difference, right? So,
what do you mean? No. It will reduce the wound by 1, so that means it goes from one day to 0.
So I'll actually lose the wound.
Correct.
Oh, okay. In that case, sure, I'll drink it.
Okay, so you can remove all accumulated fatigue, recover all lost endurance, remove the wound.
You know when you play a video game and there's like health stuff lying around and you go look at it and use it, then you're thinking to yourself, shit.
So it looks like Idanian has just stepped into the tower.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is why is there this Mirabor laying around here? Does this mean that there were elves around? This is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
At this moment.
You step into that first chamber. The air is heavy and thick. You smell rot and dust. The walls are cracked. The floor is littered with rubble and scattered skeletal remains. And through this doorway in front of you, you catch the glimpse of another chamber just beyond.
Yeah, I'll go in then.
I'll follow behind.
I'm looking if I see any traces of elves or anything else.
You don't, no. So that second chamber, it's larger, dominated by a spiral staircase in the corner that rises from the floor. Its iron railing is warped and rusted. Crumbled stone and broken beams litter the floor, and you can see skeletal hands jutting up from the rubble, from underneath, from out of the rubble, as if clawing toward the light, as if they were buried alive and they had tried to free themselves.
Is there any way to go up or any other?
Yeah, so there's that staircase in the corner, and then there's another doorway to your left.
I check my left.
And so this chamber is narrow. Fallen pillars lean against the walls, and the floor is slick with damp. You see faded scorch marks on the stone, remnants of some long past fire, and a single fractured window lets in a sliver of light. And in the center of this narrow chamber is a low stone pedestal, and it holds in a recessed niche a clay jar.
No markings or anything?
It has the markings of the steward of the castle, so a man of honor.
Is it closed?
It is. It's sealed, so you can open it if you want.
Can I gather what is this about? Is this like a urn and the ashes of this person might be inside or anything else?
No, you know that the steward who recorded sort of a record of events would leave the parchment in a sealed clay jar to protect it from the elements.
In that case, I will take it because it's something that interests me, not recover lost knowledge, but I will not open the urn. I will just put it very carefully in my backpack to try to conserve the parchment as well as possible. This is not the place to analyze this information. But yes, you can see my greedy eyes taking this in, like if I found really the biggest riches possible. This is for me like gold.
Are the rest of you... I know that Halbrand went into the tower, but are the rest of you in the tower?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow in last.
And so now what do?
If Daniel went left, I guess I'm going to go right.
To the stairs? You're going to take the stairs?
So I look at the stairs. I take it there like another set of routes, like circular stairs up.
Spiral stairs going up, yep.
Okay. I'll kind of have a look briefly just at the bottom of the stairs and look at the stairway itself. How many people can get across it? It's like two people standing, or is it?
Yeah, it's two people standing. The staircase looks to be intact. It's in decent condition. So yeah, two abreast can go up.
Cool. I'll sheathe my sword and use my spear ahead of me, so that I've got a bit of distance from whoever or whatever's up there, and I'll just kind of like step onto the base of the stairs, looking back, waiting for the rest of them to kind of follow.
Okay, and as you do that, you hear the echo of the lady shrieking and wailing somewhere in the distance.
Okay, so just to be clear, these stairs go up and not down, right?
Correct.
Because I think you said that she went down when she went inside.
Correct. She didn't go into the tower. She just took a set of stairs down to the underground portion of the ruins where you had been.
Gotcha. I think I'll be right behind Halberin, axe in hand.
Are you climbing up?
I'll wait for the others to get behind me. I'll assume sort of like Assel will kind of like touch me on the back, or whoever's behind me to say that they're there, and then I'll wait.
So you go up the stairs once you've collected everyone. There's broken furniture and scattered debris strewn around this small chamber. Everything is decayed and sort of mildewy. There are faded tapestries on the walls, tattered and moth-eaten. Whatever they once depicted is long lost to memory. There's nothing here, but the air grows colder, and the shadows seem to deepen.
I'll kind of like kick things around the room if there's anything sort of, if there's any detritus or anything on the floor, or rubble or anything like that. But if there's nothing of any kind of like note, like nothing that tells me anything, then I'll just wait for the rest to kind of catch up.
Yep, they've all caught up to you, and yeah, there's nothing of note here at all.
Yeah, we'll check the tapestries, just if I can gather more lore, more understanding of.
Yeah, those tapestries are so badly damaged by time and the elements that you glean nothing from them.
The only way is forward, up, I guess.
Yep, I go back to the front of the front of everyone and get the old spear out ready and make my way up the stairs again.
Okay, so then this chamber gets narrower. So as you're going up, the chambers are getting narrower and narrower. The walls feel like they're pressing in on you. There's dust and ash all over the floor on the third floor of the tower, and the smell of decay is even stronger here. You see a few skeletal remains slumped in the corners. There's a light from above that's faint and filtering down through cracks in the stone ceiling. Idanian, you find an elven clasp that would like hold a cloak or something, just sort of lying, catching a bit of that light that's filtering down.
Okay, so I'll recover it, and I'll probably second after Halvoran. And so I will tell him, the elves over here, we are getting closer.
And you hear again that wail, and now it's starting to get closer, the keening wail of the lady.
She's back! Assel, you still behind us? I really wouldn't want that woman coming back up behind us.
That's probably ahead of us. I mean, the wail comes from upstairs, right?
No, it's coming from outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the light coming through the cracks? What does that seem to be from?
Whatever's on top of the tower, because remember there was that light coming from the tower, right?
Star in the mist.
It's still really kind of like getting narrower and narrower as we're going up.
Yes.
I'll switch from my spear to my sword because I realize I'm not going to be able to do anything with it.
Okay.
And I look at Baranwin. She's got like a double-handed axe, hasn't she?
It could be used as one-hand or two-hand. I typically use it one-handed with my buckler. But you switch to your sword from a spear, but if we're getting into a narrower place, your spear would be more ideal for forward thrusting. You won't have the room to be able to do a big slash. Just stabby.
Yeah, stabby is where it's going to be. Well, I've got my knife as well, if necessary, but let's go.
Only way but up.
Ed, you seem nervous.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, what could possibly go wrong going up towers in The Lord of the Rings? I mean...
So you've reached the fourth floor, and it's more of the same debris, detritus, rubble, But the air here is even thicker, and there's this really horrible smell of death and rot and mildew. And the spiral staircase is getting tighter, coiling tighter as it goes up to the final floor. The keening wail of the lady is now so loud that you imagine she must be at the base of the tower.
Shit.
Whose idea was this to go up here?
I think all of ours.
I think it was yours, actually.
Who listens to me, honestly? Okay, well, I'm bold of heart, so although I'm still feeling sort of quite shaken by everything that's happened, I've still got some hope left. I think we can deal with whatever is up the top here. I'll make sure that the rest of my companions are behind me, though.
Yeah.
Don't stop believing.
So you climb up the staircase as it gets narrower and narrower into the top chamber. It opens to the sky. Its ceiling long since collapsed. Those jagged stone and splintered timbers are rising up like fingers, clutching at the clouds. The wind is howling up here through the open ruin. And here you see, sitting on like a throne in the middle of the room, the mummified remains of a man. There's an iron crown nailed to his head and a blue gem set within it that glows with an eerie light, a strange and dreadful beacon visible for leagues across the desolation around you.
Well, I'm not going to do anything until there's anyone else behind me.
Hey, Daniel is following closely. Does this mean anything to me? The crown, the jewel?
You recognize the jewel as being elf work.
And the crown, it's not well made.
No, it looks like it was probably made by orcs or something. It's like shaped together, sort of in mockery of the crown of men, basically, right?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
So is the person that's on the... Sorry.
No, probably we're gonna ask the same thing. Is this a human?
Yeah.
Or can I gather if this is an elf or a human? Or a man, sorry, a man.
A man, yep. A man.
Can I make the connection with the kind of this person that gave us the sword? You know, I forgot the name. And the woman, is there any connection? Yeah, thank you. Is there any connection that we can gather from, or I kind of make it?
Well, Barador was a captain of the guard here, so he wouldn't have been like a lord. So, no, there's no connection between those two.
I'm thinking about, because we thought that this wailing woman was kind of with Barador, no?
Yeah, that was you made that assumption. Yep.
Exactly. So I'm wondering if, because the woman is still around here, waiting outside.
And she has said, "My lord, my love will be together again." So, and she looked, and the last time she said it, she was looking at the tower. So
we can think that she
that's her
is
husband.
not connected. Yes, right. That it was not the other one, because I thought it was going to be the captain. So I'm guessing it's not the captain, it's this one here. So looking at this, can I think if somehow this person is cursed? I mean, I'm not cursed, but whatever they did to him makes him be kind of attached or connected to where he is, and that's why he cannot rest in peace. Can I make this assumption?
Give me a riddle roll.
I have nothing, but I will roll nonetheless.
Would you like to spend hope? No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. In any case, I just speak loud when I'm thinking about this and trying to make the connection to share these ideas I have with my companions, and to see if they see the connection, or, trying to...
Remember the writing that you saw on the wall.
What did it say again? I can't remember.
I have a goldfish memory, so no, I don't remember.
But you have the memory of a gold. By your blood and by your crown, bound in shadow no man may reave. Let sorrow cling and circle round and feed the hunger of her grief. I'll put it in the chat so you guys can
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
see it. Yep.
Thank you for those in need as me.
So
I'm the same today.
So bound by the crown, and you said the crown appeared to be almost nailed onto the head.
Yes.
The crown is nailed to the man's head, yes.
Guessing that's the cause of the curse.
And so the woman's wailing, keening scream echoes up the spiral staircase.
Give me the elf, and you yet may live, or join me in my torment.